Oh, good evening to you. The Scotland Under-21s are in Kazakhstan. It's the 10th and final match day in the European Under-21 qualifying section. Remember, Scotland must win tonight and hope that Hungary can beat Belgium over in Belgium. Scott Gemmell's team know that they have to win here this evening. The full match is live from Almaty in Kazakhstan. I'm Luke Shanley, delighted to say I'm joined by the former Scotland Under-21 international, Stephen McGinn. And Stephen, given Scotland know what they have to do tonight and hope for other results to go in their favour, does that make the approach clear tonight?
Yeah, they just have to win the game. You know, the disappointment will still be there from the Belgium game, taking it out of their hands. It's not within their hands. They need Hungary to do them a massive favour, but there's no crowd noise or whatever to let them know what's happening. They just really have to fully concentrate, finishing the group properly, go and win the game. It's going to be a tricky game. It's a very competitive game in Paisley, albeit it was 4-1, so go and do your job properly and hope that Hungary can do them a favour.
Well, the teams are out on the field in Almaty, and for Scotland it's been a tournament in which there has been many positives, but they'll be disappointed losing against Belgium on Friday at Tynecastle Park. That has given Belgium that 3-point advantage, and they know that they only need a point tonight against Hungary to qualify or to qualify for the playoffs at least. So let's get to the national anthems then. Here's Flower of Scotland.
Kazakhstan Respublikasının memleketler and runner.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Kazakhstan.
That was the anthems. Here are the teams, and for Denis Mamonov, he makes two changes to the team that lost in that 7-goal thriller on Thursday against Spain. Alsas Bayabek and Yersultan Kaldabikov are out. Alan Imanov and captain Adalbek Zumakhanov come in for the hosts. What about Scotland then? It's two changes from the Friday evening's defeat to Belgium at Tynecastle Park. Scott Gemmell has promoted Daniel Kelly from the bench in place of Connor Barron, who is with the A squad ahead of tonight's Nations League game at Hampden Park against Portugal. Also coming in is Ryan Oney. Diri Mabudi drops to the bench. Josh Doig and Max Johnson have had experience of the A squad recently, are yet to make their debuts, but their experience for the under-21s will be vital tonight. Calvin Ramsey is a man who has played for the Scotland A squad. He is on the bench today. Tonight's officials are from Austria, led by referee Alan Kejas. So Scotland captain Josh Doig has that experience playing over in Italy. He will want to try and get Scotland this win tonight. He actually played in the last meeting over in Kazakhstan in Almaty over 2 years ago in a 2-all draw. But for Scotland, they have to win this one and hope that Hungary can beat Belgium in Belgium tonight to give Scotland a chance of that second place and a playoff place for the finals next year. Stephen, from your point of view, when it gets to this pressure stage, Scotland know they have to win. Is it a case of you just go all out for this one, or do they still have to be very careful of the danger that Kazakhstan pose?
Yeah, I think very respectful of Kazakhstan. As I said, 4-1 in Paisley, but they were very competitive. They attacked at every opportunity, and I think that the fact that they scored 3 goals over in Spain the other day would suggest they do have firepower. I thought Trifanov was excellent on the night against Scotland, and Paisley can't even get into their team. So respectful of the level of opponent, but just do your job properly and get the job done.
Scotland underway. Look for that diagonal ball early on. We were mentioning Kazakhstan. There's been a lot of games in this qualification section where they've not scored, but as you said, the 3 against Spain, the runaway group winners on Thursday evening. Unfortunately for them, Spain got 4, but it does show that they can pose a danger. Scotland want to get on the front foot early on as it's blasted forward there by Max Johnson. Now Kazakhstan looking to threaten early on over in Almaty. 8 degrees. Temperature not too bad for this time of year, given what it can drop to. Kaiserbeck here, looking to get the ball in. Mullen. And then Cameron able to clear for Scotland. Oni couldn't get control of that one, but Cameron helps out. Pass is blocked. Josh Doig. Miller. Nielsen over to Cameron. Lyle Cameron's been a mainstay of this Scotland team in qualification. Dane Murray scored over in Malta. Now Lewis Budanakis, and he made his debut on Friday against Belgium, replacing Kieran Slicker, who had played in every game and played well for Scotland, an important player, but injury has forced him out. As Kjurgen gets it back to the goalkeeper. Anar Bikov turned 21 yesterday, so he'll be hoping to celebrate that with a win, maybe even a clean sheet tonight. We hope that's not the case. Jeremiah Mullen played 4 games for Inverness last season on loan. Scored that important goal for Scotland over in Belgium. As Cameron goes forward. Picked up by Johnston. Looking for Mulligan.
That ball from Johnson, that's the ball that caused the Kazakhs quite a lot of trouble in Paisley. Tommy Conway, who played on the night, caused them all sorts of problems in behind, and Ryan Oney, more of a physical presence, but you see right away the message from the Scotland guys is, can we get in behind them?
Lyle Cameron's won a free kick for Scotland. Consistent performer for Dundee, 13 appearances this season. Scored a couple of 3 goals actually in the League Cup group stage. So a chance from the set piece for Scotland. Lennon Miller over this one. And it goes. Mullen couldn't connect, and Doig unlucky there at the back post not to be able to get anything on that.
I think he should do better. It's an unbelievable delivery from Lennon Miller. We've seen this season countless times from Motherwell. His delivery is absolutely on the money. I think it's that good that Jeremiah Mullen almost doesn't expect it to get there, but the Kazakhs don't want to be giving Lennon Miller that many opportunities to deliver balls of that quality.
Well, it's right on the 6-yard line there, he just couldn't get anything on it. Scotland look to press. Long it goes from Anarbikov. Max Johnson now. Dane Murray, who's on loan at Queen's Park. Lewis Nielsen, who scored also over in Malta. He's had experience in Europe with Hearts, playing with St Johnstone just now. There's Josh Doig to Lennon Miller. Just slightly behind him there, he couldn't get that one under control. Anarbikov goes long again. Mullen can win that one though. Kazakhstan looking to end with a win. The only 2 wins they've had in this section have been against Malta, the bottom seeds. Mullen forward, and might have been a late challenge there. The Austrian referee has given the free kick to Scotland.
I think we've seen early on, they won't make any apologies for going direct, putting Mullen and Murray under pressure and not letting them win the ball clearly, and they're looking to then get up in the second ball, and they will commit bodies. So Scotland need to deal with that aerial threat and also the runners off for the second ball.
Cameron, Mullen getting past 2, collected by Mulligan here. Oney, Cameron, Kelly has a chance here into the box. Doig helping out, goes to the back post, and it's Max Johnson that has to collect possession. Mulligan looking to retrace his steps.
It was a brilliant pass from Lyle Cameron. Really good spot. He gets Mulligan into a good area. Very unfortunate.
Josh Doig so high up the park for that left wing back role. Bullet looking to get it clear. Scotland keeping the pressure on here. And Lyle Cameron. Kelly making the run, looking for the cutback. Good challenge there by Shirabokov. Dane Murray all the way back to Budanakis. 6 minutes in, what's your opening thoughts, Stephen?
Well, I think that's a brilliant run there from Daniel Kelly. I think, as I said, it's a type of run that really struggled with all night in the last fixture. And I think if they keep doing it and they keep making the runs, eventually it might not come all the time, but it just takes that one time to get in, and we'll get our goal.
Scotland did lose home and away to Spain, very narrow defeats. They did lose to Belgium on Friday. The only other time they dropped points was in Hungary last November when Ben Doak missed a late penalty.
Just shows you how tight these qualification campaigns can be. It can come down to missed penalties. The head-to-head games are so important.
There's
really
no real
small
margin for error, is there?
No, absolutely not. And so every game is so key, turned on really fine margins.
What can Kazakhstan do here? Kalmazra over to Kurgin. Zumakhanov. Shirabokov. Dane Murray for Scotland. Now Lennon Miller. Forward looking for the run of Oney.
That's it again. I don't think they're going to make any secret of their tactics tonight. They want to get down the sides and behind the Kazakh defence. Early, Lennon Miller picks up. His first thought is to look for Ryan Oney down the side, and as I said, they need to stay patient with it, they need to stick with it, because that is the ball, and the players of quality of Lyle Cameron and Lennon Miller, they will find Ryan Oney.
Josh Doig. Deep cross all the way to the back. It's Cameron that has to collect, looking for the option, gets it through his club teammate and Josh Mulligan, who's ends up fouling Zumakhanov. And it will be a free kick to our hosts from Kazakhstan.
Josh Mulligan's frustrated, but as a foul, I think Nazi Kamov's he's bought it, but it's really good defensive midfield work because Josh Milligan makes a good run. Club teammates, they know each other so well. Nice pass, nice run, but Nazi Kamov's done really well. He's bought the foul, and I think Anna Bekov will take his time and try and get a wee foothold in the game for Kazakhstan.
Daniel Kelly, who made his debut against Spain last month at Tynecastle Park. Now One doing well to keep possession here. Was he tripped? The referee says no, and Kazabulat was able to get it clear, but he seemed to have got the better of Shirabokov.
Yeah, he almost lost his foot, and the thing I liked about it's a good early ball from Daniel Kelly, but it's a willingness to get up and support him from the Scotland midfield.
Mulligan, Kelly, Josh Doig, Mulligan again. Can Kelly get the cross in? Opts to go back to Doig. Good ball forward to Miller. Touch off to Mulligan, the shot's deflected and into the arms of Anar Bikov.
I love how fluid the attacking play has been so far. Mulligan, Lyle Cameron, Lennon Miller, they're interchanging. It's good play. They don't look like a side that have a hangover from Belgium's game. They look like they're here to do their job, and I think they've started on the front foot and a lot of really promising attacking play.
Lennon Miller has got 3 goals in his last 3 games for Motherwell. He got 2 against St Mirren, 1 against Dundee United, and he set 1 up against Hibernian. As Nielsen plays it to Kelly, just can't get the better of Imanov. Mullen has to knock that out from the long ball, and you'd say that at times they will utilise that.
Yeah, and they're physical. They've got a physical attack, and it's can Mullen. I think that's the right option. It's to head wide. The Kazakhs want you to head it back down the middle. At times you maybe go out the park, but don't fall for the trick of heading it back down, and then they can go onto the second ball.
Well, the finals tournament will take place in Slovakia next year. 16 teams will be at the tournament. Will Scotland be there for the first time since 1996? It's going to be difficult. They need to win this one and hope Hungary can beat Belgium. Scotland need to take care of part 1 to start with. And Doig, the captain, looking to get Scotland on the front foot. The cross is deflected. It's cleared away by Zumakhanov. Doig. Mullen. Here's Max Johnson playing his football out in Austria just now. Nielsen is Scotland looking to find a chance to threaten here. Mullen. Kelly playing with Millwall just now. Johnson. Well, he's looking to play it back to Lennon Miller there. Blocked. Now Kazakhstan can pick up some possession with Kazabulat. Cut out well by Lennon Miller. Now Cameron. Scotland content to keep possession and look for that patient build-up here. Mullen.
I think that's the only challenge. Can they keep making those unselfish off the ball runs? Because everyone, all the midfielders, they're also comfortable with the ball, but they need to keep making that run in behind to open up the space.
Kazakhstan with every man behind the ball, and the onus is on Scotland. They're the ones that have to win this one tonight. Lennon Miller. Now Ryan Oney. Leo Cameron goes for the low drive off the post. So close, and it's been deflected wide for a corner.
He's such clever feet. I mean, you get him round those box, he's such twinkle toes, and he's such a brilliant shot away with no backlift. Very unlucky to hit the post, but that'll give the Kazakhs something to think about. They were reasonably comfortable in their low block, but little Lyle Cameron picks up a second ball and gets a shot away, and I think it deflects onto the post. Corner kick to Scotland.
Well, the set piece opportunity that Lennon Miller hopes will prove fruitful for Scotland. In it goes. Cleared away at the front post. Cameron. Now Miller with a second chance. Cleared away at the front edge of the 6-yard box. But Scotland showing a bit of threat early on in the opening 14 minutes. Cameron, who scored against Kazakhstan back in March. Now Nielsen. Low ball in. Just cleared away there. Josh Doig now, the Scotland captain. Well, Kazakhstan being asked to defend, and they're standing up to it just about just now. Scotland trying to keep that pressure on. Daniel Kelly, the only outfield player on the pitch for Scotland tonight that hasn't scored for the under-21s, but in fairness, it's only his 4th appearance for them this evening.
Not a bad start, that. Just sharing the goals across the squad.
I think against Malta you saw that the defenders chipping in, like Murray and Nielsen as well. Mullen has scored against Belgium earlier on. Now Kelly looking for Johnson there. It falls back to Miller. The shot's blocked. Nazmahanov.
Brilliant play again from Scotland. They're using Rainoni. They're getting runners off of him, and it's coming. If they keep playing at this intensity, Kazakhstan can't live with it.
Well, Miller, good play to win that back. Just unlucky with the pass. Here he is again. Mulligan just couldn't get that one round the corner.
It's interesting to see how teams develop over campaigns as well. I felt like Kazakhstan are a lot more cautious tonight than they were in Paisley, which usually we think the other way around.
Nielsen. Boney, can't he get some space for a shot? A couple of touches too many there. Now Kazakhstan looking to go on the break. Did that one run out? No, play on. Here's Lewis Nielsen. You see, for a lot of, for some of the players, this will be their last under-21 involvement, but for others, they will remain for the next campaign. How vital will this experience, regardless of what happened tonight, be?
Yeah, unbelievable. We obviously had 4 or 5 guys in my under-21 group that played in the squad before, and they've come with so much experience, and you look to them for the type of experience. As I said, in qualifying campaigns, it's so important. Head-to-heads, really small margins, so it's great to have players that will experience it. And on the flip side, some of these guys have got Conor Barron to look to, obviously a teammate of theirs in the previous games in this qualifying campaign, now a regular Rangers, playing European football and added to the national squad. So it's great when you feel like the senior manager is paying attention to what the under-21s are doing.
And Doka's played in this campaign as we see this. Cameron chance again. Very unlucky, and just the news from Belgium is positive for Scotland. Hungary are 1-0 up in Belgium, wow. So that is good news for Scotland. We hope that keeps up, but of course we need Scotland to do the job in Almaty too. So positive so far. It was a Nemeth penalty after 9 minutes, so Belgium behind. But crucially at the minute in Almaty, it's still 0-0.
Really, I mean, a lot of positives to take from the first 17 minutes here. I think Scotland are on the front foot. They're playing well. They're playing with a really fluid attacking style, and obviously the Hungary goal, massive. As I said, there's no crowd noise to alert the Scotland guys, but I'm sure the bench maybe been aware from 1 or 2 of the backroom staff.
Cameron. Only just wasn't really aware if it was behind him or in front of him there.
He makes really good runs, Ryan Oney. Sometimes I don't even think he realised how in he was. But there's no doubt they're looking for him, and I think physically the Kazakh defence, I don't think they're enjoying his presence.
Yeah, but as we were saying, the likes of Doak, Tommy Conway, who have been in this team so far. We've seen the likes of Josh Doig, Max Johnson, who have been in and about the A squad, even though they haven't made their debuts yet. So there is that pathway, and it comes back to that. Is it about qualifying for tournaments, or the pathway to the A squad? Is that the most important, making sure that the players are coming through? If we want to be greedy, both would be good.
Yeah, I don't think you can qualify for enough tournaments. I think getting to the Under-21 tournament Slovakia would be an unbelievable experience for these guys who are, I mean, modern day football. A lot of these guys are playing obviously in the continent, gaining a lot of experience, and you can't get enough, and that carrot of the national squad, so many guys getting a lot of experience, and that is the ultimate aim.
Well, Johnson taking a sore one there, and he stayed down. The referee stopped the game now. He didn't award a free kick.
I think it's an accident. I think Kurjan's caught him really high. I think it's because he's following the flight of the ball. He's trying to clear it. His legs high. I think if you see that back, it'll look worse than it is. I think he has caught him in the midriff. Should be a foul. I'm surprised the linesman's not seen him, but I don't think there was real intent from Kurjan to be as high as that.
Well, he gets away with that. The left back, Lev Kurjan. There he is. The Austrian official.
He does look like he knows he's got away with one there.
Yeah, that feels a bit sore, I think. Well, Max Johnson has European experience too. Don't know if we needed to see that.
I think Max Johnson's shown his frustration of how high he's been caught, how painful it is, and also that Kazakhs will start with a drop ball.
Yeah, he has had the experience playing in Europe last season with Sturm Graz. And you see that there is players getting games for first team back home in Scotland, but also further afield in the continent. It's always positive to see. Dane Murray wins that one.
I think it's a big thing, even just when you go to domestic games and sometimes you have a little scan of the scouting list. There is scouts from right across Europe come to watch our young players, and at times in the past they probably didn't respect the level of our football. They are certainly looking towards Scotland and young Scottish players to go and make an impact. And even you look at from the senior squad, Billy Gilmore, Scott McTominay, top of Serie A, playing with Napoli. It was almost unthinkable. As much as we had these top players, it was unthinkable that these guys would be dominating the midfield at that type of level in Italy.
Well, Scotland looking to get back to an under-21 finals for the first time since 1996. You got close, Stephen? Get to the playoffs against Iceland?
Yeah, in the modern format, we would have qualified automatically with winning the group, which is unfortunate. We came up against a very good Iceland team, a lot of whom went on to beat England. Obviously in a major tournament, we knew quite early on that Iceland were a serious side. Gylfi Sigurdsson obviously star of the show over the two legs, but yeah, it would have been amazing to get there. We'd a good group. As I say, we topped a difficult group, and you just hope that it won't be too much longer. We all watched these under-21 tournaments and what they gained from it. England obviously winning the last one, and you saw what it meant to them, even though some of these are playing at a really high level in England.
Yeah, that Iceland team of 2010 that got to the under-21 finals ended up in that playoff. They won the second leg at Easter Road, they won the first leg over in Iceland, but they did play at the World Cup in 2014 for their A squad, so it does show that pathway and maybe the experience of a tournament too. Mullen plays it forward. He was looking for Max Johnson there, overhit.
When the draw was made, we finished first, and I think Austria finished second. They end up getting Italy, and we thought we'd cracked it getting Iceland, and Austria beat Italy, and we get beat off Iceland.
Josh Doig forced to go backwards though. Lennon Miller.
A very young David Alaba in that midfield for Austria.
Yeah, was it 2-2 at St Mirren Park? Was that one of the games in that group?
We played Austria at Pataudry. We beat them. I think Chrissy Maguire scored. It was a bit of a talisman during that campaign.
Doig's ball into the box. Kelly working hard to win it back. Mullen doing enough, walking into trouble, looking to keep possession. He goes in with his head on the ground there to try and win that, and he actually wins the free kick. And I don't think Nazar Hamov is very happy.
I think if anyone's in any doubt about Scotland believing they can get to a tournament, that is putting your body in the line. Mullen's on the ground trying to win headers. I think they still have a belief that they can somehow pull this off. They won't be aware of the Belgium score, but they are here to win this game and do their bit.
Well, elsewhere in the group, Spain 5-0 up after 66 minutes against Malta. Johnson's cross, not the best, but he's looking to win it back. Kazakhstan looking to break out, but not with balls like that. So 25 minutes gone over in Belgium. It's Belgium who trail Hungary 1-0. We approach the 25th minute here, or 25-minute mark here in Almaty, and it's 0-0 between Kazakhstan and Scotland, unless they can change it here. Mulligan looking to try and turn and work the space. Nielsen. Oni's touch. Kelly to Josh Doig. Ryan Oni again. Scotland have to keep working this year.
I think that's the only negative. We're quite clearly the better side. I think we're playing with a lot of intent, but we haven't done enough to work Anna Beck off. We've had the shot from Lyle Cameron. It might need that. We might need to work shots around the box and to open them up, because they're very comfortable to deal with cross balls. So it might be the quick play and getting shots away that might open the deadlock for us.
Dean Murray wins it well. Kelly looking for Doig. Not enough on that though. Kazakhstan looking to play it forward here. Nice turn by Abdullah. Kenzabek. Could the hosts get in front here? Well, not with crosses like that. But it just shows Scotland can't take anything for granted.
Yeah, I mean, we are a better side, but they are a decent side once they get into that situation. Abdullah picking up that second ball in that area, and they'll get at us. They're quite happy to run at us and take shots. Disappointing end product from Kenzabek, but it is something we need to be wary about. If we turn over the ball, they will counter-attack and they will attack in numbers.
Kazakhstan not used to winning many games at this level. Their 2 wins against Malta, their only victories competitively since September 2020. They did meet Scotland in the previous group as well. It's Johnson's cross, looking for Oni. Nodded away by Shirabokov. Now Kazakhstan looking to open up and get forward. Kenzabek here. Abdullah forward. Well won by Lennon Miller, and now can Scotland get something here? Mulligan looking for Oni. Was he onside? The flag goes up. He wasn't sure himself, was he? He looked across, but I think he knew deep down he was off.
He had made that run early. Josh Mulligan took the extra touch, but Lennon Miller just reads the game so well. He finds Josh Mulligan in a brilliant space. I think Josh Doig was the out ball. I think he was making a brilliant run out in the left hand side, and it might need to be that extra pass wide. They're looking for the ball through to Oni. I think they're prepared on it. They've done the homework. We got a lot of joy from that, so might need that extra pass.
Nielsen looking for Doig. Oni looking to put Shirabokov under pressure. He does well enough, but Cameron's able to regain possession for Scotland. Dane Murray. Here's Josh Mulligan, another scorer over in Malta. Mulligan's flick on. Oni wasn't going to get there before Anar Bikov.
Just a couple of wee signs of frustration. I don't think Mullen needed to force that. A couple of minutes before, I think Max Johnson's crossed it a bit early. Just need to get that extra pass in again. Try and recycle some attacks, and as I said, might be shots from just outside the box. Can we get ourselves camped into Kazakhstan's final third again, and they seem to be growing in the game.
Kenzabek taking on Mullen, covering by Johnson, but Kenzabek keeps possession. Looking to lay it off to Abdullah, who goes for the goal, and he scores. Well, we said that Kazakhstan could cause Scotland problems, and as we approach the half-an-hour mark, with things going well over in Belgium, Scotland crucially are behind in Almaty.
It's almost that move. Kenzabek running directly at the heart of the Scotland defence. He's trying to get shot away. It's not on. He comes out. Number 9 Abdullah. He's just peeled right back. Nobody's came with him. He's in acres of space at the edge of the box. And as I said, we are a better side, but they have quality in the top end of the pitch. If you give them that amount of space, they'll find the bottom corner. Really, really good finish. But as I said, in the last 5 minutes, we have been getting a bit frustrated trying to force things. Kazakhs have grown in the game, and that's a big blow in terms of how the first 30 minutes have gone.
Well, Aibar Abdullah, he's scored in both of the wins against Malta in this campaign, and crucially he's got a goal here. Not crucially for Kazakhstan and what they can do in this group, but certainly for Scotland. We need a favour from Hungary, and that so far is what we're getting, but Scotland need to do the job themselves, and it's Aibar Abdullah who has Kazakhstan ahead in Almaty. Scotland looking now for a quick fire reply with Kelly out to Doig. Scotland need to win this one no matter what happens, otherwise it's the same old story at this level in terms of not qualifying for a major tournament.
The problem is you want Belgium to be in at half-time trailing and to find out that we are winning. If word spreads that Kazakhstan are leading Scotland, then there's more of a calmness in how they'll be feeling in the dressing room. They know, I mean, it's such a big thing for the Belgium guys as well, that it will almost be a bit of a relief when they get in and hear the result if they're losing 1-0 at home to Hungary.
Kenzabek, who helped set up that goal, just knocked over by Mullen. He wanted to let out a scream there too. I think we heard that all the way back in Scotland.
Well, then now we've played into their hands. They've got their goal. They're going to, as you say, they don't have a brilliant record. It'd be a big scalp for them to beat Scotland team, a team they lost 4-1 to in Scotland. So they're well within their rights to milk every occasion we give them a foul.
Well, they were on a 14-game winless run until November 2023 when they beat Malta in this group. They've subsequently beat Malta again in September. This would be big for Kazakhstan, given that wins don't come along often at this level.
I just think you can always, I mean, games are so tight, as I said, at the level, especially top end of groups. You can always lose a game at home to a Belgium, but these players will struggle to forgive themselves if we don't qualify with Belgium losing home to Hungary and not doing our job here.
Well, the last time Scotland were here, they were involved in a 2-2 draw back in March 2022. They were 2-0 up in that game. Scotland won 4-1 in Paisley in March. Very convincing win, although at times Kazakhstan were threatening, and we saw that again tonight. That's well cut out by Doig. Now Cameron. looking for Johnson. Well read by Kurjan. Kenzabek again looking to set something up here. He's brought down by Lyle Cameron. And Kazakhstan have a free kick in a very tasty position.
Again, Lyle Cameron's tried to play the ball to Max Johnson. Kurjan's read it brilliantly, and once Kenzabek gets the ball, he's no other thought in his head other than, can I get at this Scotland backline as quick as possible? Lyle Cameron trying to recover the situation. He's been done with quite clever feet from Kenzabek, and it's this situation. Not only are we struggling to get a bit of momentum in the game, we're allowing them to get another shot in it. Budanakis.
Kazakhstan have options here, including Zumakhanov, the captain, but it looks like it'll be Kenzabek who won the free kick, who will be taking this one. Danger here for Scotland in Almaty. Kenzabek right into the arms of Budanakis. Well, he showed that he could be dangerous, and it was just before he set up that goal. He was getting forward, taking on the Scotland defence, and he set up the goal for Ibar.
He's just positioning himself, he's almost cheating a little bit. Max Johnson's going the way, obviously a very attacking wing back, and he's just picking up that spaces where Mullen doesn't know if he's to come the whole way with him, if it's Max Johnson recovering. He's picking up good areas. He's a dangerous player, he's a clever player, and we need to stop him allowing him getting that much space to run at us.
Lennon Miller, ball into the area. Cameron takes it on. Is there a chance here for Scotland? Cut back looking for Oni, and in the end the defence did enough as Miller can't keep it in.
Really clever again from Lennon Miller, really good ball. They've got a good relationship, Lyle Cameron and Lennon Miller. He knows it's coming. I think Lyle Cameron's really unlucky, just doesn't quite catch the cut back, but I mean there's no great panic. I think we're a better side. I think we are very dominant in midfield. It's just this final third, just a bit more care, and the goals will come.
Murray looking to win that one. And Kurjan has run out, so Scotland have the throw. Jeremiah Mullen for Scotland. Dane Murray. Lewis Nielsen. Miller gets the ball back. Scotland looking to get on terms before half time.
They're working very hard, Kazakhstan. They're strutting spaces. They're making Scotland work really hard to get on the ball in the attacking areas. You just need to be patient, keep doing it quickly.
Doig. Nielsen left it. Doig's cross. More up than out by Zumakhanov. Scotland looking to try and get a shooting opportunity here. I don't know who was making a bigger mess of that, defence or attack.
I don't think Josh Mulligan realised just how on Ryanoni was. Obviously he's not got eyes in the back of his head, but he just shifted it to the left, because I don't know, Kazakhstan really didn't deal with it well.
Oni. Nielsen forward, looking for Mulligan. Keeps possession here. A chance for Scotland. He couldn't pick out Max Johnson. And Kazakhstan have a chance to get it away. Forward it goes. Mullen had to make sure he won that one. He's got a chance to open the legs out and get Scotland on the front foot. Cameron. Doig. He's going to go to the byline, is he? Cross comes in, Kelly leaves it. Nobody there for Scotland in the end. Here's Ken Sabek. Kazakhstan content to keep possession. Kurjan. Zumakhanov. Sherabokov goes long. Looking for that run as Nielsen has to make sure he wins that one. Doig forward.
The attack before is probably the most disappointing so far. Fair play to our referee from Austria, Alan Kijas. He's not bought the Kazakh player trying to buy the foul. Josh Mulligan's in a brilliant area. I don't know if maybe because in the continent you're almost expecting the referee to give that type of foul. He realised how much time he had, but it was a brilliant situation Scotland found themselves in.
Kasabulat's throw. Miller trying to win possession. He's won a free kick. It was the goal scorer Abdullah, Ibar Abdullah, going in there. Poor control.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Doig's over at referee looking for a yellow card. I don't think there's too much in it. Yes, it's a foul, but Abdullah's going for the ball. He's not caught him too high, so I think he's made the right decision not to show him the yellow card.
Muller with the ball out to Max Johnson. Kurjan can clear only as far as Mullen. Miller. Johnson going to the byline here. The ball back in is cleared. Millers knocks it back in. Nobody there to get the opportunity, and that's the thing. It's maybe attempts on goal that Scotland will be annoyed about, as
it's a really intelligent header again from Lennon Miller. I think Ryan Oney can give Josh Mullen a big shout. I think if he leaves it, Ryan Oney's got a header right in the middle of the goal. But good play again from the Scotland midfield.
Lennon Miller back to Dane Murray. Every player apart from the Scotland goalkeeper Budanakis in the Kazakhstan half here.
I think they want to get Cameron and Miller on the ball as much as possible in this final third. I think they're both looking highly likely to make something happen.
Mulligan goes back to Nielsen. Now Doig, he just, I don't know if he wasn't on his toes or expecting that there, but he couldn't keep it in. Just over 3 minutes until the break as Kasabulat is down.
I think this is going to be something that Scott Game will have to speak to the players about in the second half. It might be at times they're going to sit down, try and get the physio on, try and waste as much time as possible. Have to keep the body language right. Can't get frustrated because it's too important to let them take the momentum out our game.
Abdullah, the goal scorer, fouled by Lennon Miller. Oh, it was a great finish when he put Kazakhstan in front, but really is a body blow for Scotland, given that as they approach half-time in Belgium, it is still Hungary 1-0 up.
And you see again, 25-30 seconds just to take free kicks. They're happy to place a ball and move on, and well within their rights. If they've got the lead, they're not going to make any excuses for it.
Aymanov couldn't keep that in down at the corner flag. Scotland want to get on the front foot again. Oney, he just wasn't really sure where he's wanting to play that one. Maybe it was down to options. Kazakhstan again looking for the foul. The referee says no. He keeps the ball in play and gives away a free kick.
They need more from him, Ryan Oney. There's a couple of occasions. His initial strength, he uses his body well, but it's just that first touch when it comes into him. The Kazakhs are all over him. They're not going to allow him just to get the ball in, turn and get his head up. So he is being a focal point, but just better quality to get these midfield guys in the game.
Sumakhanov goes long. Abdullah back for Kazabulat. Kazakhstan have Scotland where they want them just now. It's Kyrgyz under pressure from Mulligan. Max Johnson.
I think the two wing backs, their positions there, they're back into a back five. Scotland. I think that's probably the first time in the whole night that they've been back into a back five. It's definitely our worst spell in the game in terms of territory. So I think if we can get them really advanced onto the Kazakh fullbacks, we are much stronger in possession.
Can Scotland get on level terms before half time? Well, they have a free kick here and an interesting position, and there is a yellow card too for the goal scorer Abdullah.
Well, I said he was okay to get away with the one before, but he's not getting away with that one. Really good spin from Daniel Kelly. He's with an intent to get into the box, and this is a real good position for Lennon Miller.
Lennon Miller has 4 goals for Motherwell this season, and he's got 1 for the under-21s, which he scored over in Malta. He is over this one.
Motherwell have probably been the most creative team set plays wise in the Premier League this season. You wonder if he's got 1 or 2 up his sleeves from his club side for the under-21 side.
Cameron there as well. It looks like it will be Lennon Miller. This is the time Scotland need a big moment, as we're in stoppage time. 1 more minute to play off the allotted 2. Scotland need a goal. Lennon Miller goes for goal. Oh, what a save! Pushed onto the crossbar, and Scotland only have a throw-in.
Wow, he's got his head in his hands, Lennon Miller, but no wonder. What a save from Anna Beckhoff, and an unbelievable hit from Lennon Miller. How that stayed out, he saved it onto the bar. Could easily have dropped in, but what an attempt, what a save.
Well, Anar Beckhoff said he was 21 yesterday and looking for a clean sheet to celebrate his 21st. Well, if he gets it, that save will say a lot. We might get a chance to see that one again. That was incredible. A great hit by Lennon Miller, as you said, but wow.
He's holding his shoulder, Anna Beckhoff. I think it's maybe because his arm's extended further than it's meant to go, because he's pulled that one right out the top drawer, Lennon Miller, and how he's kept that out, I have no idea.
Well, the half-time whistle has gone in Almaty. For Scotland, they are behind in this one, in a game they have to win. Good news over in Belgium so far. Hungary are 1-0 up, but in Almaty it's Kazakhstan 1, Scotland 0. So let's check out the key first half moments then in Almaty in this crucial game for Scotland. And they had this chance early on through Lyle Cameron.
Yeah, early on, Ryanoni, good hold up play, and when he does that, you're able to get runners off him. Lyle Cameron picks up the perfect position you're in. I think the goalie's maybe saved it onto the post. Really unlucky, but that is our attacking midfielders at their best, getting into those situations where they're well capable of scoring.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the player that did score was a Kazakhstan player, and Kenzebek just doing enough to keep possession and laying it back to Abdullah here.
Yeah, as they grew into the half, they got a bit more confident, the Kazakhs, and any time we were sloppy in possession, especially that man Kenzebek, they would just run right at the heart of us, tries to get his shot away, cuts back, and Abdullah picks up a really good position just at the edge of the box, and an unstoppable shot for Budinakis to keep out. You see his frustration because he can pick a side. He's in a lot of space at the edge of the box, and he's got the quality to find that bottom corner to put the Kazakhs 1-0 up.
Yeah, he scored against Malta in the meeting in Malta in November 2023. Then he scored again against Malta in September. But for Scotland, somebody that also scored against Malta was Lennon Miller, and he nearly scored against Kazakhstan with that attempt.
Wow, it's an unbelievable hit from Lennon Miller. Nearly postage stamp. You actually think that the goalkeeper... You watch that without a goalkeeper, you think that's unsavable. The goalkeeper's found a way to save it. He's tipped it onto the bar, and it's probably summed up the night that it's not just come off the underside of the bar and dropped in for us. But I think there's loads of positives to take for Scotland, obviously apart from the result. We are the better team. Obviously Hungary winning in Belgium. I think you go out and we up the levels, then it's absolutely there for us.
One thing's for sure, it's not all over in this group. Make sure you join us for the second half in Almaty. Half time, it's Kazakhstan 1, Scotland 0. Well, there's the man that's given Kazakhstan the lead. It's Aibar Abdullah, as Scotland are making a change at half-time. Ryan Oney is going off, and it is Dire Mabudi who is coming on for Scotland. So what do you make of that change, Stephen?
Not surprised to see a change. I think we'd lost our way a little bit in the end of the first half. I think Scott Gemmell would have been pleased to get his team in. Ryan Oney, he started very promising, but he got more and more caught in possession as the half went on. You wonder if maybe he's carrying an injury, but Dire Mabudi was really exciting when he came on in Paisley against the Kazakhs. And can we get him the ball? Can we get him running, carrying the ball? Because this is a huge half for the Scotland Under-21s.
Well, they'll be well aware of what's going on in Belgium, and that is that Hungary are winning, and that's what Scotland need. They need a Hungary win over in Belgium. They are 2 minutes in front of this game in Almaty, so Scotland know they have to win this one and hope that Hungary continue as they are going over in Belgium. 45 minutes, we might have some drama yet in this group. So Scotland making that change. Dire Mabudi, who scored on his Scotland debut against Sweden back in March 23, also scored against Spain last month at Tynecastle Park. So we know he can cause danger, and that's what Scotland need. So Murray across to Mullen. Max Johnston now for Scotland. Ball into the box. Nodded away. It's Kelly. Gets it to Nielsen. Interesting to see what the Kazakhstan approach will be in this half. It might just be more of the same. The other one's in the lead. Yeah,
I don't think they're going to change. What we might need to change is that type of cross. Max Johnston's not got the physical presence of Ryan Oney to hit. It might need to be low crosses, cutbacks, because Mabudi is a different type of striker. He doesn't carry the same size as Ryan Oney, but can we get those wing backs in the advanced areas and pulling them back? Because if we give Lyle Cameron, Lennon Miller, these guys attempts that Abdullah had from the edge of the box, then we've more than enough quality to get our goals.
Well, Scotland scored 4 against Kazakhstan in Paisley in March. They need 2 at least here and hope that they don't concede any more.
It's all about getting that next goal. It's the type of game you get one, you'll get 2. The need to win a game, it's about getting that goal. Find a way to break the deadlock, and with the absolute must-win game, we'll find that second goal.
Well, Nielsen looking for Doig. Good sliding challenge there by Shirabokov. And that was Miller caught late by Nazamov.
It's a game experience he has. We spoke about that his Motherwell teammates rave highly about his game intelligence. He sees him coming, Lennon Miller flicks it round the corner, and he's got a free kick, and the type of position where his teammates got to realise he's going to put it on the money. Can you gamble? Can you find your run, time your run, and get yourself on the end of this quality cross?
Another set piece opportunity for Scotland. Lennon Miller over the ball. And it goes with the downward header. Great save. The follow-up saved somehow. Dane Murray couldn't get Scotland on level terms there. And it's Anar Bekov again, the goalkeeper, with the heroics. Well, is it going to be one of those nights for Scotland?
He is having quite the 21st celebration, Anar Bekov. I don't know how he's kept that one out. As I said, Lennon Miller, you fancy him, he's put it on the money. Dane Murray's timed his run perfectly. He can't really do much more with the header. It comes back to him. It's a brilliant header, great stop. It comes back to him, and I think it's Sviridov on the line that's just kept it out. The Kazakhs, they are defending very well, but as you say, you win fouls. Lennon Miller's going to put it on the money. And keep with that type of pressure, that type of quality, then it will come.
Dane Murray did everything right, winning the header downwards, and he was alert for the follow-up. And like you say, Sverredov just in the right place at the right time.
You see it again, it's a brilliant leap. He's headed it across. I think it's a combination of Sverredov and Dana Bekov that's kept it out, and they have a spirit. They have a pride in their defending. They spoke about in the first half, it would be a massive scalp for them. They haven't won a lot of games in the last 4 or 5 years. To beat Scotland, to stop Scotland celebrating qualification on their own path, in their own country, in their city, and they are doing everything they can to keep it out their net.
Well, Scotland won't want to come off this park with any regrets, certainly given that Hungary's still winning in Belgium. But they have been trying, they have been knocking at that door, and when you see the saves the goalkeeper has made at the end of the first half from Lennon Miller's free kick, then from Dane Murray's header there, and even got something on the follow-up, then it's going to be very interesting to see if Scotland can get a win. Remember, a draw not good enough tonight for Scotland. They have to win this one as Kazakhstan look to go forward. Kenzabek, the man who's caused danger already for Scotland in this game, loses his footing but keeps possession, and he's looking for the corner. He felt he should have had it there.
I think he might have had a case, but it's they don't make any secret of their tactic. They don't even try and win the first long ball that comes up. They just try and do enough for the Scotland guys to head it down to their path. That time he's picked it up and he's driving with it. He's trying to get into the box, get into a position where it's very hard for the Scotland defenders to make a tackle, and it is going to be their tactic for the rest of the game. They won't want to just sit in their own half and sustain Scotland attacks. They want to be able to throw a few punches.
Nielsen, Kelly, Lewis Miller. Now here's Max Johnston, looking for that crossing opportunity again, but again it's nodded away with no real Scotland player about. Lennon Miller looking to win that one back. Kenzabek with great skill, the pirouette, the turn, keeps possession as well. Has it back now. Oh, but he's given it away there. And Kelly, a chance for Scotland to break. Is it a shooting opportunity for Kelly? He gives it to Cameron. He's crowded out there. And maybe Kelly just hung on to a second too long.
Yeah, potentially. I actually think Kazakhstan defended it really well. They shoved it out to they almost made Daniel Kelly couldn't get a shot away. The pass was to Leo Cameron, really tight, and immediately shut down all the space.
Cal Mursa going on the run, going for goal as well from distance. He had thought about it seconds ago. Easily into the hands of Budanakis, who wants to get Scotland moving forward again. Josh Doig. Cameron now. Lennon Miller. Scotland don't want to leave anything too late, but they'll take anything they can get now. They need a win, as Johnson again with the cross that's cleared away. Kazakhstan quite happy to play on the break. They've gone for the long effort here, and Budanakis confident enough to let it go past his post, but he's spotted off his line. And well, what about this for an attempt?
He had more confidence than I did. It's a brilliant. I think it shows with the confidence the Kazakhs are playing with. Kenzabek, he spotted Budanakis off his line, and really good reading from Budanakis. Mulligan
thought about the shot, opted to play it to Johnson. The cross comes in this time to the back post, and it's comfortable in the end for Anar Bykov.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4. Max Johnson, he just keeps putting it into an area that the Kazakhs will defend all day. Shirobokov has headed the first 2 or 3. That one again for Anar Bykov. He's absolutely delighted with that type of cross. Against, as I said, Scotland have lost a physical presence in attack. They are going to defend that all night.
Murray got enough on that. Kelly forward. Kyrgyz. Won well by Johnston. Got it through the referee to Kelly. Josh Doig going forward. Cameron's there in support if required. That's where it goes. Looking for an option here. Kelly to the byline. Doig with the cross. Nodded away. Picked up by Miller. Cameron. Mulligan. Mabudi. Not really been involved since coming on so much. Here he is now. Goes low, and it's Cameron, and what a save again by Anar Bekov. What is it going to take to beat this man tonight? Well, Scotland are going to come again here. Doig with the ball in. Nodded clear and kept in. And Kazakhstan have a chance to get it away. Well, at point blank range. So close.
Unbelievable save. What you would say is give credit to Max Johnson. He's identified that Mabudi's peeled out. He's rolled it to him, and it's going to take this type of cross. Mabudi's just flashed it across. It's that man, Lyle Cameron. He's almost the one man you would want in that area of the park. He's caught it well, and Anar Bekov with an unbelievable save.
He scored Scotland's second in the win away in Belgium. He scored Scotland's second in the win at home to Kazakhstan. Scotland are going to need 2 tonight, at least. Kelly going for goal, blocked. Well, Anar Bekov has made 3 excellent saves in this game. And it's not through the want of trying for Scotland. But Budi unable to control that. It goes back to the goalkeeper. Blasted clear. And well, you don't want the Scotland team to get too frustrated. They need to keep going in the manner they are and testing the goalkeeper. But it gets to the stage where how much more can they do? Kelly to Mullen. Lennon Miller. Here's Mullen. Johnston. Miller, Mulligan. Got a chance to go for goal, and he does. Well, comfortable in the end for the goalkeeper. It was straight at him, although powerful.
The type of night Anar Bekov's having, it is a comfortable save for him, but really good pass round the corner from Lennon Miller. Really changes the speed of the attack. It's got the Kazakhs out. We've got Josh Mulligan into that space at the edge of the area. A really good strike on his left hand side, and it's that type of change of speed that I think sets us apart from the Kazakhs, and it's that almost that thought game management from Lennon Miller just to identify it.
Well, it's a 16-team tournament. 9 group winners and the 3 best runners-up will qualify automatically. And the best runners-up, well, it's the 6th place team. The results against them will be taken off. But if Scotland or Belgium finish second, it's unlikely they would be one of the 3 best runners-up. So it would be a playoff for finishing second. Played 61 minutes over in Belgium. Hungary still have that slender lead thanks to that penalty on 9 minutes from Nemeth. But Scotland, crucially, 1 down here in Almaty as Kazakhstan are about to make double change. Marinsky, 1 coming on, and Trifanov as well, who scored in Paisley from the penalty spot. And that 4-1 defeat was a consolation goal in the end. So Trifanov coming on for the man who put Kazakhstan ahead in this one, Aybar Abdullah. And Alan Aymanov going off, and Alexander Marinsky coming on. So that's the double change for Kazakhstan, getting some fresh legs on.
The evidence with what we saw in Paisley, Trifanov is very much of the mould of Abdullah. It's going to be much of the same. He offered that counter-attack an option for Kazakhstan, and it's the fresh legs that might help the Kazakhs not get stuck in their own half. And if we keep doing what they're doing, recycling attacks, keep picking up these second balls and spending a lot of time, sure, you can't save everything on a Bekov.
Well, Abdullah scored the goal. He was on a booking as well, and maybe just a better outball Trifanov beat. I know you were impressed with him in Paisley, as you mentioned there. He had a tough night, but he certainly persevered. Now Cameron. Dini Mabudi for Scotland. What can Scotland do here? Mabudi crowded out. And he's had to retrace his steps back to Dane Murray. Now Jeremiah Mullen goes down, carries on. The flag did go up for a free kick. Play on, says the referee. Miller!
Yes!
Goal for Scotland! A good advantage played by the referee, and Scotland are back on level terms. A cracker by Lennon Miller.
The old Motherwell teammates, it's brilliant pick out from Max Johnson. As I say, the Kazakh defence, they're expecting that ball coming in again. Another really intelligent cutback, and top draw from Lennon Miller. Reverse, I said Anna Bakov can't save everything, that was unstoppable. Reverse into the far side netting, and Scotland are back in with a chance of qualification.
Game on. His second goal at this level, Lennon Miller. He scored over in Malta in that 5-1 win. He's got Scotland back on level terms on the hour mark. And boy, was that important. Scotland making a substitution as well. So Scott Gemmell now looking to try and take advantage. It's Robert Apter who is on. So Scotland back on terms. So important.
I think Josh Milligan, the man to make way.
I think it's Max Johnson who has gone off. So Apter on. And Scotland now looking to get in front. Miller again, good play. He's got Cameron in the box. Mabudi's here as well. Mabudi! Oh, it's off the crossbar. Incredible. Nearly a quick fire double for Scotland. Could Mabudi have done better there?
I don't know if he's maybe lost his footing. He seems to have slipped. He still gets his shot away. Anna Bakov's really fast out. He's low. He felt it just needed a little dink to go over, but I don't know, we need to see it again. I think he's lost his footing, but again, that man Lennon Miller, really good quality to get in behind the Kazakhs. It's good pick out. Yeah, it's like he's lost his footing. I think if he stays on his feet, he scores.
Well, I mentioned the referee. Actually, it was a good advantage he played when Scotland scored, because the flag did go up from the assistant. Scotland kept playing. Mullen wasn't waiting for the whistle. He kept going, and the referee played on. And great finish by Miller. And that's what Kazakhstan would try and do, slow the game down with fouls in and around those areas. Well, Miller back to Bunakis, but what a goal it was. Positive for Scotland, and it is still 1-0 to Hungary after 65 minutes over in Belgium.
Yeah, it felt like getting that goal was big. You can see the Kazakhs aren't quite pressing the same. Scotland have got their tails up. They just need to...
Well, slack there. Murray will have to come over and cover. What is the referee given here? He's going to the card, and it's red, and it's a penalty. And it's turned on its head again here. Murray had to come over and cover after slack play. Sviridov going down, and it looks like it's a penalty and a red card here.
It's a loss of concentration from Lewis Nielsen. Really slack touch. I think it's Trifanov, Sviridov breaking there. He gets into the box. Dane Murray has to come over. He's made the initial contact. I think it's out the box, but because Sviridov and Dane Murray both collide with each other into the box, it's a penalty, and not only that, double jeopardy, sent him off.
Denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity there is what the referee will think. The officials from Austria this evening. Josh Doig not happy. Will he be complaining about the fact that it was outside the box?
I think he's gesturing that it's double jeopardy. He's in the box. He's went for the ball. I think he's got a fair point. In my opinion, my initial thought, I thought it was outside the box and it would be a red card. I don't think it should be a penalty and a red card, but no doubt we've taken our eye off the ball. Lewis Nielsen just lost a concentration. We had the game in our hands, and we've given Kazakhstan an unbelievable opportunity to regain the lead.
Scotland have to win tonight. Budinakis, this is a big moment. He made his debut against Belgium on Friday at Tynecastle Park. He's going to have to come up with a big moment here. He could do nothing to stop Aibar Abdullah scoring in the first half. It's Aidabek Zumakhanov, the captain, who has placed the ball for this penalty kick. Well, what will happen here? I said there might be drama in this second half. We've had plenty already. 65 minutes on the clock. And another turning point. Scotland down to 10. Zumakhanov. He sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and the Kazakhstan captain has put them back in front. And Scotland now have a difficult job to turn this one around with 10 players. They need to win this one, but they're behind by 2-1.
It's a brilliantly taken penalty from Zumakhanov. He's a captain, he looked very confident. He sent Budinakis the wrong way, a really confident, calm penalty. But not just tonight in Paisley, they showed in both games that if Scotland are slack at the back, if they give Kazakhstan the opportunity, they will be all over it and they'll run directly for your goal. In hindsight, it's easy to say, can Dane Murray just let him go and get the shot away, but he's not to know that it's going to be the double jeopardy. He is making a genuine attempt for the ball and a real hammer blow when it was looking so good for Scotland.
Oh dear. Scotland need to win this one. They need at least 2 goals, and they've got to do it with 10 players. They had made that change, taking off Max Johnson, putting on Robert Apter, who's in possession just now, to go for it. But Budi hit the crossbar, just unlucky, slipping at a key moment in front of goal. Hit the bar, and then it's turned again. Well, it's going to take something big here now for Scotland. Well, this was Dane Murray being shown the red card.
I think Dane Murray's pointing. He's pointing. The offence is committed outside the box. I'd like to see, but the momentum, because Sviridov stays on his feet, but he's going down. He's almost, Dane Murray's fell on top of him, and without VAR, the referee's got absolutely no option but to give the penalty. He can't be sure that the full foul is committed outside the box, and yeah, as you say, double jeopardy just seems so harsh.
Yeah, the argument will be it was denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity. The red card has to be given, and for Scotland now, and again they have to win, they're behind. Frustration, the Austrian officials making that decision there, but Scotland, it's not over yet. Kelly going in there, good brave goalkeeping by Anar Bikov, who's had an excellent evening so far. And now Kazakhstan looking to get forward. Sviridov in the box. Nielsen this time does his job. Trifanov picks up possession as the offside flag goes up.
I think there's 2 incidents to talk about there. One, brilliant play from Josh Mulligan. He's great run from Daniel Kelly. There is still something in this game for Scotland. They are going to, if they have quality, they have willing runners, they're going to create chances. But what they can't do is leave themselves so wide open so early. Can they stay reasonably compact? They're going to have a lot of the ball. Can they find that second goal? Then once it gets to 2-2, then we commit that sort of the bodies forward. We can't get done in the counter-attack with so long left to play in this game. Anything can happen.
Well, Scotland don't want heartache in the final game. It happened in qualifying for Euro 2021 when a win against Greece would have qualified Scotland for that tournament, and it wasn't to be on that occasion. There was issues with COVID, etc., which didn't help matters, but tonight Scotland need a win allied with a hungry win over in Belgium. The latter is happening, the former is not. Just over 20 minutes to go. Scotland need 2 goals and hope they don't concede any further. And they have to do so with 10 players after Dane Murray's red card. The diagonal ball looking for Apter. Gets there eventually after Kjurgen's clearance. Here's Daniel Kelly. Josh Doig. Looking for space to cross. He goes with the right foot. He's going to run out on the far side. Collected though, and Scotland want to keep this game going here. Mullen. Now Lennon Miller. He tries to win it back. Ken Zabek. Well, he was rolling about in pain a minute ago, but he's up now and he's got support. He might go himself. He does! Just past the post. Well, he's been dangerous all night. I think he might have run his race though, but he nearly signed off with a goal.
We won't be sorry to see the back of him. He's been an absolute threat and menace all night, Ken Zabek. Again, down with cramp, as you say, about a minute before. He still manages to run the full length of the pitch, and you're almost just waiting for the net to bulge. He had a couple of options to slide in. That is the incident we can't go down 3-1 with that long to play. Anything can happen. We've shown how quickly we can get back into this game. That slide drill pass from Josh Milligan, so not to commit far too many bodies. There's still something here. They've got to still keep believing.
Well, Josh Doig taking on some fluids and some instructions. A player you played with, trying to make you feel young here.
Yeah, he's made unbelievable strides. A young player, he was given an opportunity. There's never enough opportunities given to young players. He was given a nod to start the season for Hibernian ahead of Lewis Stevenson and absolutely grasped it. He's got better and better year on and having a real solid career in Serie A, which is testament to obviously Jack and all the work done in the academy with the Hibs guys, to see a young player, a young Hibs fan, go on and do so well in Italy.
Well, it's Ken Zabek who's coming off. He's wanting to go back on, but the board went up saying that that was his time, so he is going off. And Kaldabekov coming on, who had started the last game against Spain. Also going off is Nazem Hanov. So he is another that will be going off. And Jens Sabeev, the other player, coming on. So fresh legs for Kazakhstan. What more can Scotland do though? Now, if you're a betting man, I don't think you would have put on both Hungary and Kazakhstan to win tonight. That's what's happening in this final game of the group. And Kazakhstan winning that free kick and buying that one well. Mulligan, the man committing the offence.
Thinking it's such a long flight home, it would be a really sore one if Scotland guys found out that Hungary have won in Belgium. And we think of how much of a long shot that felt like at the start of the night, but still 17 minutes plus added time. You can never stop believing in football.
Yeah, that game 2 minutes ahead of us over in Belgium. 76 minutes played. Belgium 0, Hungary 1. It's Kazakhstan 2, Scotland 1. 74 minutes as we approach here. Kazakhstan looking through Trufanov, who has scored. He did so in Paisley. He's done so again against Scotland, and the European dream looks like it's over.
it was what I was fearing. He felt in the last 5 to 10 minutes that a lot of belief had been drained out the Scotland guys, and all you wanted them to do was just to hang in the game, not let it go like this. Trifanov, I was really impressed with him, and Paisley thought if you give him that much of time, Ali, Abdullah, then they'll punish you. He's had so much space in our own box, and with the quality he has, he's going to find the corner, and that is it. Over for Scotland, unfortunately.
A brilliant finish. Gencebayev celebrating, but it was Trifanov, the man that got the goal. And Scotland need 3 now.
And as we spoke about, as a big scalp, we have players playing in Serie A. We have guys like Lennon Miller, top players, being linked with moves for £3 and £4 million. It is a big achievement for these Kazakh players, and they have absolutely left everything out there to get this win.
Well, when I said there would be drama at the start of the second half, I didn't think there would be a story like this. As Actor wins the free kick, a yellow card there as well. And here it was, Trifanov with that goal. He scored a penalty in Paisley. That was a cracking effort there. So Scotland have to keep going. They have to keep believing. It's going to be very tough to get 3 goals. But Miller with the free kick into the area. Easy there for Anar Bykov.
They can't allow it to get messy. The Scottish guys, they have to finish strong. The last game together as a group, I'm sure they've taken a lot from the experience. They don't want to let it get messy.
Well, it could here, but just a heavy touch there from Sviridov, who won that penalty. So Scotland now looking to get forward. Scotland won 4-1 over in Paisley. Don't want to lose 4-1 here. Mulligan couldn't find Apter, and it's actually going to be a Kazakhstan throw-in. I think when you go through this group stage and you look at the qualifying section, so many positives for Scotland, but it might be a case of what might have been certainly on Friday against Belgium, if we could have got something out of that one. The penalty miss over in Hungary, and they're negatives. There are definitely positives, there's no doubt about that in this group stage, and so many players being promoted to the A squad too for Steve Clarke to look at and utilise. But it is frustrating when Scotland have got so close here. And they will still keep going for the next 13 minutes.
It's amazing to think that at the start of the night you think that a Belgium goal might soften the blow.
Mabudi, Apter, Mabudi again. They're getting in each other's way. It will be a corner though for Scotland. Anar Bykov just looking to waste time, not releasing the ball. The referee goes into his book again. That will be a yellow card. Lennon Miller with the corner. Well headed away there. Now Kelly. Apter. Doing well to keep possession. Ball comes in. Doig was in and about there. Couldn't just get in front of the ball.
I think the problem Josh Doig had, he made a brilliant run. It's a decent pick out from Robert Apter, but nobody in the middle of the box that was able to header it across to.
Kazakhstan playing a bit for time. But yeah, you think back to that incident. Firstly, the Dane Murray situation, the double jeopardy rule deemed not to apply, given that the referee evidently feeling it wasn't a genuine attempt for the ball.
Yeah, and you can only learn from it. Dane Murray, obviously all these guys, young players with really long and promising careers hopefully ahead of them, and it's easy to say in hindsight, sometimes you just need to back your goalkeeper. Don't almost let Zviridov get his body in front of you and get the double jeopardy, because even at 2-1, if he'd put the ball past Bidanakis, even at 2-1 for 11 men, it's a far easier task than 2-1 with 10 men.
Ten minutes to go. A big 10 minutes, but a tough 10 minutes for the Scotland Under-21s. They need 3 goals to give themselves any chance of qualifying for the playoff stage for the 2025 European Under-21 Championships that will be played in Slovakia.
But it will be a lingering disappointment. It's still the Iceland playoff match we lost. It's still a disappointment. You always wonder, what if? Moments in the game you don't forget about, because playing in a major tournament, even under 21 level, is such a special achievement, and these guys will feel even more of a disappointment in terms of if Hungary can produce that win in Belgium, because I think over the piece it's not a wrong thing to say that Scotland are a far better side than Kazakhstan, so this one will be a stinger.
Can they get back into the game here? Can they give us an interesting last 10 minutes? Miller to the back post. Mullen couldn't quite get up there. It was Kjurgen who knocks it out for a corner kick. Lennon Miller to deliver here. Cleared away by Kjurgen at the front edge of the 6-yard box. Couldn't get it past the first man there.
I think you can tell the disappointment with these last 2 deliveries. He's been so on the money all night with his set piece deliveries. The last 2 hitting the first man, which is so unlike him. But you can sense, I mean, absolutely the spirit's been drained out of these young Scotland lads.
Dog doing well. He's under pressure though. Keeps possession. Needs an option. Lovely back heel, Mabudi into Kelly. Cameron, Kelly gets the return. He's forced wide. He keeps possession for Scotland. Is there something in this here? Mabudi. Well, he was on his heels there. He was just waiting for it to come to him. And Kazakhstan are able to collect and go on the attack. They've got a man over 2. Marinsky looking to take it a run up the line. Well, they have wasted some precious seconds though.
It's almost as if they never ever get their head up to look at what's in. They're just so comfortable, confident driving with the ball. Marinsky had absolutely no thought in his head other than just running straight at it, testing out Lewis Nielsen's pace and could he get across him. But good recovery pace from Lewis Nielsen to win the goal kick and get us back on the attack.
Doig again, doing really well here, the Scotland captain. Can he get the ball into the box? He can, but it hits his side netting. He'll be disappointed with the delivery. He was just forced wide there.
He had an amazing game in Paisley in the previous game against Kazakhstan, and that was, we did so well on the night, and I think he's just taking that extra touch too far out. He's trying to keep the ball in play, and man, Anna Beckhoff, day after his birthday, back on the ball.
Apter. Here's Kelly. Scotland need 3, and slack play like that won't help Scotland even get 1 just now. The Scotland players are certainly drained now, playing with 10 players since
I do think the half-time substitution, I mean, Mabudi doesn't seem like an out-and-out striker. We have lost that focal point. He spends a lot of his time outside the box, and we don't want him doing the work there, dropping into midfield, trying to get touches. We need him on the last line.
Cameron, Mulligan. Mulligan with the ball to the back post, just nobody there for Scotland. And it was Marinsky knocking it out for a corner kick.
It's a brilliant ball, and you think it's pretty much the only ball that you can dig out to get in the box. You wonder if could Mabudi, can Josh Doig read it and really go and get on the end of it.
Scotland playing out in Almaty this evening, biggest city in Kazakhstan. There's Miller with the corner. The header from Mullen. It's there. Scotland have one back. It's game on again. 5 minutes now to get 2 goals that could potentially see them qualify for the playoffs.
The set piece delivery, it was on the money. It doubted them after the last 2. Absolutely on the money. It was a come and score me. And Jeremiah Mullen provides the goal. Brilliant header, and that was a bit. I mean, 10 minutes, they go by, you lose that third goal. Even with 10 men against 11, you get that game back to 2 each, and it's there for us. But can we get another one before 90 and really make Kazakhstan work for this?
Well, Kazakhstan will be making a substitution. It's Kalmashra going off and Serenkul coming on for this last 5 minutes. Well, Mullen with Scotland's second. He scored for Scotland over in Belgium in a big away win in November. This, his second goal for the under-21s, and a great header it was, a great delivery.
I mean, we can't have a lot of complaints about Alan Kijas, the referee. I think he's refereed the game well, but I mean, Kazakhstan have wasted a lot of time in this second half. It'll be very interesting to see what gets added.
I've said it all night, but just to remind you of the permutations here, Scotland have to win and Belgium have to lose. Well, Belgium are losing as the offside flag goes up there. There is a minute to play over in Belgium, and Hungary still have that 1-goal lead, a penalty after 9 minutes. But Scotland have to win this one, and they need 2 goals with only 10 players on the field. Slightly more time to be played in Almaty, and there should be some stoppage time as well. The 90 minutes are up in Belgium. They're into stoppage time now, as Mulligan does well enough here. Apter. The ball into the back post. Cameron's there! And somehow it stays out. It was a great save, I think, by the goalkeeper. It'll be a corner kick.
I was going to say, I can't believe he's kept it out, but actually can now. Anna back off. He's just... Lyle Cameron can't really do much more. He's just spread himself. Very actually brave from Anna Bekoff, but there's another goal here for Scotland.
Miller with the ball in. It's a decent ball in. Nobody could get there. Cameron, so close. He goes down. It's actually a great challenge there by Yensebeev. Took the ball well. Trifanov. Budanakis can collect for Scotland. 2 minutes to go. 2 goals required.
I think we thought that was one of them. We were both off the chair there. Looked like the net was just about to bulge.
If they had got that, it really was game on. Now Mulligan. He's only got Cameron in the box, his Dundee teammate. Now Mabudi. Apter looking for space. Apter goes for goal. The keeper, well, up for photos there, but he makes the save again. He's had some evening.
If he's a better night than tonight, he'll go on to have a real solid career. Anna back off.
Miller, Kelly, Cameron in the box. Josh Doig with the delivery. The goalkeeper takes it well because it was an awkward one.
And over a man light, but it is the game's so late. Why don't we have anyone across the goalkeeper there? Where is our striker?
Be interesting to see how long as it goes up on the board from the fourth official for added on time. Miller doing well. Cameron just couldn't keep possession.
Going to have to go and get this ball back. Have to just, now's the time you can commit bodies.
Well, Lennon Miller goes down there, so after winning the ball was going in the opposite direction, so that's good. Scotland will face goalwards now. Scotland making another substitution. Ewan Wilson is coming on. Motherwell man. Josh Doig going off. The captain's armband's passed over. He's put in a tower of work. Lennon Miller takes over the armband. Mature beyond his years, no doubt about that. Scored one, set the other one up this evening. 3 minutes of stoppage time have been played over in Belgium. Hungary still lead. 5 minutes to be played here in Almaty.
Corner.
And Scotland are going to have a corner kick.
This needs to go in. I think now's if we're going to somehow pull off one of the best ever wins at this youth level, we have to score here.
Yeah, that was the earlier save. Apter's shot and Arbikov. The ball comes in, nodded away well by Sviridov. Miller now with the captain's armband on. He does well. He could get into the box. Good challenge by Kurgan, and it's going to go out for another corner.
It was a good challenge from Kurgan, because if he doesn't get that right, it's a penalty. Lennon Miller knows what he's doing. He's trying to get across him, but really good recovery tackle from the defender.
And it goes from Miller again, away by Sviridov again. And Scotland have to be content with a throw. Well, it's looking tough now. They did give themselves a chance, Scotland. We knew there would be a lot of stoppage time, but you just never know. Apter back. Mullen now, who got Scotland's second. Nielsen. Cameron. Lennon Miller. Cameron keeps it in. Robert Apter now. He had that shot earlier on. Will he try and get the drive away again? Just couldn't get the ball through. Too many yellow jerseys there. They've played 5 minutes over in Belgium. That one's still ongoing. But it makes no difference if Scotland don't get the win here tonight, and it's looking unlikely now with just 3 minutes to go. Scotland 2 behind, and that was a tired one there. Mulligan just pushing over his opponent. And it will be a free kick to Kazakhstan and a chance to waste some more time.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get this in play in a hurry. They're going to waste as much time as possible. And a back off on a yellow card can obviously waste too much time. But
well, he's made some amount of saves, hasn't he? And that one, even if Cameron scores there, then really it is the grandstand finish. And he stood up to it and made a fantastic save.
I think even within conceding 2 goals, he's had a real special night. I'm sure in the future we come against Kazakhstan at senior level, we might come across Anna Bakov again.
Mullen. Looked like he was going all the way there. It's a free kick to Scotland. Mulligan wanted an option. The ball goes into the box. It's going to go out for a corner kick. So full time in Belgium. Hungary have won the game. Hungary have won, but Scotland need 2 goals in the next 90 seconds. Bit of pushing and shoving going on in the box. So the referee from Austria will have something to say. It wastes more time, I guess.
Yeah, the Scotland guys have been sucked into what the Kazakhstani players are looking for. They're wanting to be brought over for a warning and not let Scotland get this corner taken quickly.
Miller with the corner kick. It's bouncing about in the box. Apter puts it up into the air. Well, that might just be that, as Anar Bikov wants to waste some more time. Incredible to think that second place Belgium, third place Scotland have lost or will lose this evening. Unless Scotland could get a goal here, but it won't be enough to qualify for the playoff stage. As Mullen, the man who got Scotland second to keep the hope alive, coming forward. And Mulligan. Here's Kelly. Robbed of possession. Kazakhstan looking to go forward late on. And they have a real chance to make it 4 as the ball comes into the box and Trifanov puts it over the bar.
Brilliant pick out, brilliant break from Kazakhstan, looking so strong in the counter attack. Marinsky picks out Trifanov and you just expect him to put that away, but they have did that all night, countlessly. Every time they give the ball away, they've countered the numbers.
Well, as we see that final chance, the final whistle has gone in Almaty. The Scotland players on their knees, and no wonder. The chance was on to qualify for the playoffs in the final game. Scotland did need a favour from Hungary, and they got it, but they couldn't do the job themselves in Kazakhstan. 3-2 it finished, but that only tells part of the story. Kazakhstan ahead at the break. Scotland got back into it through a great strike from Lennon Miller, but then the game turned just moments later when Dane Murray was sent off for a challenge just inside the box. The referee felt a penalty awarded, scored by Zumakanov, the captain, and in the end that was a turning point. They would score another through Trifanov. Scotland had chances, as you can see, but it wasn't to be. So final whistle has sounded. It's Kazakhstan 3, Scotland 2. Well, let's check out the best of that second half. And for Scotland, they certainly gave it a go, Stephen. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, and we said leave everything out there. The set-piece delivery from Lennon Miller across the night was on the money. Dane Murray with a double attempt there, and a back off with a great save, and then the help of Sviridov and himself to keep it out. It was that type of spirited defensive performance he put on throughout the night.
Kenzabek caused problems. He set up the first goal. He tried to go for the spectacular to try and get a second for Kazakhstan early in the second half.
Yeah, and it was a type of swagger they played with after they got their opening goal. They were willing to try stuff. They're not concerned with. And this was a real audacious attempt by Kenzabek, and if it was on target, I think Budinakis would have had to work really hard to keep it out.
Lyle Cameron with this attempt, and this is maybe when you thought it's not going to be Scotland's night, when the goalkeeper made this great save.
Well, that was the warning shot. We tried a few times, aerial crosses into the box. Wasn't really working, wasn't causing them any problems. Max Johnson cleverly mixes it up. Mabudi gets his shot away. Lyle Cameron, that man you want it to fall to. As you said in commentary, I was hoping for a foul because of Lennon Miller's delivery, but Mullen plays on. An unbelievable pick out from Max Johnson, and what a finish from Lennon Miller.
And we all thought then, this is what it's all about. Scotland now will go on and win this game and give themselves a real chance, given what Hungary were doing over in Belgium.
In terms of the second half, I felt the hard bit would be get that opening goal. I thought if you get one, you'd absolutely get two. A much better side. But once you get one each, I don't know if they're high in adrenaline, if they think, what I was thinking as well, that you need the one and you'll go and get the two.
And they nearly got the two here, just moments later.
Yeah, and I think Mabudi will lose his foot. And brilliant play again, driving runs from Lennon Miller, picks him out. And
standing foot, isn't it?
Standing foot goes. We see it quite often with penalty kicks, and a back off spreads himself. But I mean, if he doesn't slip, that's 2-1 Scotland.
Yeah, so it wasn't to be there, and then the game turns on this.
A really slack pass from Dane Murray, then really slack touch from Nielsen, I think the offence is committed. I don't think he fouls him at all inside the box, but as you say, because of the momentum, both players falling in the box, the referee, it's an easy decision for him.
Is it the right decision in the sense that the referee feeling then it's not a genuine attempt for the ball, he's taken the man down?
I'm not sure.
Denying all of his goal scoring
it'd be very
opportunity.
interesting if VAR was in. I'm not sure Zviradov's quite in the control that we thought he was live, what the referee will think he has. I think all the contacts just happened on the edge of the box, but without VAR, the referee's got to make a decision on the spot. Both players falling in the box. It looks like he's going to get a shot away, and Zumakinov with a really confident penalty. Budanakis has no chance.
Yeah, great penalty that, and that was Dane Murray getting the red card, the referee making that decision, and it kind of turned the game because then Kazakhstan were able to, with the player advantage, to go and get a third, and it was the man that you were impressed with in Paisley back in March, Trufanov, who came off the bench to score this goal.
Yeah, brilliant finish, but I was really wary within that period of Scotland feeling sorry for themselves, because I did think if they could get to 5 minutes to go and get it back to 2 each, then there was something there for them, but they were just feeling sorry for themselves, allowing Kazakhstan just to have moments. And you give a player of that quality at this level of football, he is going to punish you, and that ultimately is where our qualification hopes ended.
Yes, but Scotland did make a game of it, and it was Jeremiah Mulleney's second at this level with a great header, and it set up a bit of a finish for Scotland to really give it a go with 5 minutes of normal time to play. Yeah,
it's a brilliant ball in from Millennium Miller. It's at a good height, but not enough for Anabakov to come and get it. There's so much pace on the ball and really well directed from Jeremiah Mullen.
Now, had Scotland scored this, it really would have been the grandstand finish. But again, it's the goalkeeper.
He's very, I mean, even considering he's on a yellow card at the time, Anabekov, he's come out very aggressively. And I think it's maybe taking Lyle Cameron's eye off the ball. I think if the goalkeeper stays on his line, Lyle Cameron maybe heads into down the way and gets his back level. But he had a good night, Anabekov, and just does enough.
Yeah, and just finally, Stephen, before we go, it's the end of the cycle for most of the players. There have been some coming through from the 19s. We know that Lennon Miller will still be there, etc., going forward. But will they have regrets? I mean, Belgium have got away with one tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Belgium have got away with one. I think the message at the start of the night had to be, don't be back on that long flight back to Scotland, maybe multiple flights with regrets. I think there'll be a lot of regrets. There'll be so much disappointment. I think there'll be that sick feeling in your stomach when you find out that Belgium have been beaten by Hungary, and to come into a double header to have no points at the business end of a group. Ultimately, you're never going to qualify if you finish the campaign with no points from 6.
Well, the focus now on the A squad. The game about to kick off in under 45 minutes' time at Hampden Park. Scotland against Portugal. Stay tuned to the Scottish FA social media channels for updates and highlights of that one this evening. It wasn't to be for the under-21s. What a cracking game we did have in Almaty. Full time, Kazakhstan 3, Scotland 2.